Okay, and welcome back to Pokemon Crystal Nuzlocke. Now, I know I said last time we were going to see what's in the egg, but, well, walking around to hatch it is just really tedious, and, there's not really a clear way to tell when it's going to hatch, because the only way the game tells you when it's close to hatching is it moves around sometimes. It must be close to hatching. It says that for quite a while. Eventually it'll say something along the lines of it's making sounds, it will hatch soon, but I don't know when that will happen. So, before we head out on our actual way, over here is something weird. A moving tree. Wonder if that'll become important later. Now, here on Route 36, there are a few Pokemon we can find, one of which is Growlithe, which is a pretty good fire type, but, it's not guaranteed you'll find it. Also to note, you can only find Growlithe here in this game, Crystal. I believe maybe in Gold, too, but I don't know for sure on that one. In Heart Gold and Soul Silver, I believe this patch of grass has been removed, so you can't get those here anymore. But you can also find other things like Hoots and Rattatas, I think, so chances are I won't find one of those, but it's worth a shot anyways. So let's see what we find. Hoot. Yeah, I figured as much. I'm gonna try and catch this, actually, just to eliminate the chance of me missing out on a chance to catch a Pokemon because a Hoot appeared. Yeah, I should have caught that Rattata in Sprout Tower just because Rattata is a fairly common Pokemon, so I'm probably going to run into it again later, and having one would allow me to search for different Pokemon assuming I ran into it. And let's confuse it again. Supersonic will confuse Pokemon, but it has a pretty good chance of missing. And the way confusion works is that there's a 50-50 chance that come a Pokemon's turn, it will attack itself. I'm putting Keese up at the front to get some experience for him. God damn it, stay confused, you jerk. Am I gonna have to buy more Pokeballs? Nah, it wasn't exactly the number I would have liked to use, but oh well. I really only wanted to use one, but oh well. Anyways, already got a nickname planned out for this, Hoo. Probably not gonna use it, because Hoo isn't that great, especially in this game. But we shall call him Horace, because I have a Noctowl named Horace in Heart Gold. He's pretty much been reduced to being a fly slave, because, well, after I've beaten the game, I pretty much just raised up a whole bunch of new Pokemon to use. Now, with that out of the way, we're going to buy a couple more Pokeballs. Also to note, I sold the Mudslap TM to get a little extra money because I'd never use it anyways. So, we'll get 3 Pokeballs, and we'll head on our way. Hopefully we'll get some money to replace the money I just used there. Now, as soon as you go out here, now if you haven't beaten Faulkner yet, this guy will stop you from leaving, but if you talk to him after you beat Faulkner, and yeah, after you beat Faulkner, this guy will give you a souvenir. He'll give you the Miracle Seed, which increases the power of Grass-type moves. As part of my Nuzlocke challenge, I'm not going to be using hold items, so I'm not going to use that. Actually, now that I think about it, if I were gonna do that, I should have taken that berry off of Chikorita at the start, but oh well. That's already passed. Never gonna put any hold items on Pokemon again, so that don't have to be a worry. Okay, let's switch in Turboo to weaken this thing up a little. Oh shit, I forgot. Well, that's okay. Yeah, normal types and ghost types can't hurt each other, but Hypnosis will work as soon as it hits. Yeah, Hypnosis doesn't have perfect accuracy. Now, despite the fact that Tail Whip is a normal move, it will hit ghost types. That's kind of the weird thing about certain moves. If they're like stat debuffs, then they will hit Pokemon regardless of type. Which is why moves like Sand Attack, which are ground type, can actually hit flying types. I don't exactly get it, it's just annoying. It can be useful in some situations, though. Anyways, let's see, what shall I name this Rattata? I shall call it... Actually, I just realized, Horse is a female. Whoops. Oh well. I wasn't going to use her anyways, so it shall be Horse, a female Hoot, and as soon as I can get the damn E. The problems with Super Speed. And yeah, that's our 6 Pokemon, well, not exactly 6, but since we don't have an extra slot for it because the egg is taking up a space, Wait, what the hell? I was sure it was on the egg. Ooh, it's going to hatch soon. Yeah, so Luke gets sent to the PC. Probably not going to use him, but it's there so we can avoid repeats, at least. Now, on these routes, you can encounter Bellsprout, and Bellsprout are actually pretty good for experience. They give a fairly decent amount, so I'm probably going to kill all the Bellsprouts that I do encounter. Anyways, we're going to have to do a bit of speeding up here, because Bellsprout, well, Keith just isn't very ideal for killing it. Good thing it's an idiot and keeps using growth. There we go. And this guy, let's see, what does he have? He's got a Rattata. So, we're gonna switch in. It's been a while since Wei has done anything. Let's send him in. Okay, Razor Leaf. And this should get a level up for him. Actually, for both Keese and Wei, so double level ups. Always nice. Keese is level 7. I want to get Keese to level 12, because that's when it learns Bite, and that's when it actually becomes a passable attacker. Let's see, Zubat. I'll actually send in Turboo. Orla would deal with this thing more quickly, but I want to get the experience for Turboo. And we're just going to speed up here. Oh geez, I didn't notice the confusion. Oh, for the love of... This is very annoying. Oh no! First death, Turboo. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Wait, kick this thing's ass. Well, that's kind of depressing. This early on, and already one death. Stupid confusion. Alright, we're gonna have to go back to the Pokemon Center and dump Turboo off. As soon as we run away from this Rattata. I should probably keep something faster up at the front just in case I run into anything really fast, but I'm lazy. And I like to live dangerously, so I'm not going to. Jesus. I don't feel like dealing with you now. Normally I would, but I don't feel like wasting the time. So yeah, first death already, and it was fairly pathetic, admittedly. You saw it. Confusion screwed me over. I guess I haven't learned anything from my last Nuzlocke run. So, Turboo, I'm not that broken up about it, to be honest with you. Oh, I could have just... never mind. Actually, go back to Turboo, just release him. I didn't know you could just release him from the get-go. I suppose that was just me being underly cautious, but oh well. No! It's not that big a deal, like I said. I wasn't planning on using Turboo long-term because, well, there wasn't really anything good I could do with it. So, let's just forget about it. More Bellsprout. If Keese had a bit more health, and I didn't feel like using potion, or if I had more potions, I would actually fight these things, but for the time being, I'm gonna skip them. Hopefully I'll eventually run into a couple of the Pokemon that I wanted to show off. Actually, I don't know if you can meet them during the night. Ooh, a Repel. I'm gonna actually hang on to that. As useful as it would be for now, there's another area coming up where it'll be a bit more handy to have. And you can talk to this girl and you can battle her. So let's see, Picnicker. And she's got a female Nidoran. I think Orla will do pretty well here. Doesn't actually have any ground type moves, but Rock Throw is still fairly effective, and I think this thing only knows Tackle right now. And Scratch, but doesn't seem to be doing much more. Come on, just hit it with Rock Throw. Yeah, Rock Throw's less than perfect accuracy, can be a bit of a pain, but due to the power it has, it's still pretty useful. Okay, that was Picnicker Liz taken care of. Some money, always nice. Let's continue on our way. Let's see. Should I heal Keese just in case? Sure, why not? Let's see who this guy is. He thinks my glance is intriguing. And he has Nidoran Male. not really any more threatening than Nidoran female, to be honest with you. Has less defense, so it should go down even quicker. Hit it with a rock throw. It's also fairly speedy, at least compared to Geodude's. Nidorans are fairly speedy. Well, pretty much anything compared to any rock type is fairly speedy. Okay, that's taken care of. More money. Now we can go down this dock and we can talk to these fishermen. Now let's see, which guy is this? Ah, crap. This is the guy I wanted to avoid, the Magikarp guy. Every game has one of these assholes, the guys who have nothing but Magikarps. Anyways, Magikarp, they are very weak and give very crap experience, so they are not worth fighting at all. I never remember which guy is the Magikarp guy. I always unintentionally fight him. Anyways, I'm just gonna keep Way in here, because screw it. It's not that good experience anyways, so there's really no point in sending Keese in. Oh, Way learned Reflect the last level up, which is a move that increases your entire team's defense for a few turns. Pretty useful, but I'll have to see if I can find a way to use it effectively. Well, I guess if I'm expecting Way to be doing the most of the work in the fight, then it can be pretty useful. Okay, another Magikarp, and that should be it. Well, what am I talking about? Should be it. That is it. That's its last Pokemon. And he said Sploosh for some reason. Now, this guy, he actually has something worth fighting. He has two Pokemon, and they're both Poliwags. I think Poliwag only has Bubble at this point, so Way will be fairly effective against them. And then they decide to do crap like that. Sleep is much less of an annoyance in this game, because you attack it on the same turn you wake up. In the first generation, waking up actually took its own turn, which was insanely annoying. Bubble has the chance of reducing your speed, but it doesn't do it that often. Okay, 4 more levels, and Keese will actually be able to do something. Bite won't be that great, since Dark type is actually special in this generation, but it's still better than Leech Life. Just in terms of its power. And I'm glad that missed. Or didn't affect Way. If a certain move like a debuff or a status inflictor says it didn't affect the Pokemon, that's just the game's way of saying it missed. Why am I giving all this tutorial dialogue? I've realized how stupid that is. I mean, if you're watching this run, you've almost certainly played Crystal before and know a bit about Pokemon, so all this tutorial-like crap is not really that helpful to you. And crap, I wanted to switch Way in for this, because this guy, he has a Goldeen, which I believe has Peck, which is super effective against Way, so he might get hurt on the switch-in. But we'll see. Yeah, I figured. Okay, it's not that bad. Probably gonna heal next turn, because, yeah, another one will kill Way. Or if Way could get a critical, or, hell, actually, I was playing a little dangerously there, because that got a super effective. It would have killed Way. And then I would have been out my starter, which would have really sucked. I'm gonna have to head back to, the Violet City soon to get more potions. How much money do I have? Okay, I can get a few potions with that. And this guy, he's got something fairly awesome. He has a Wooper. Who doesn't like Wooper? I mean, look at it. It's just so happy. How can you not love it? Plus, it's a pretty cool Pokemon, I must say. I used a Quagsire the first time I did a Heart Gold. It was pretty awesome. And Keese grows to level 9. 3 more to go. And yeah, we're gonna head back and get some potions. Maybe that egg will hatch on the way back. I would like to use that repel, but it'll be much more useful in the next area. Okay, so heading all around these guys, around through the grass. Little known fact. Well, I think it's a little known fact, but later on when you get the HM move cut, if you actually use that in a patch of grass, it will actually get rid of the patch of grass, and you can go through grassy areas without having to run into any Pokemon. It's a little tedious, but it's much cheaper than repels. So yeah, let's go buy our potions. Let's see, I'll just get as many as I can, which is 4. And I don't think anybody needs healing right now. Don't think so. I'd probably actually be better dumping Horus off in the PC so I have less to heal. But we'll see if I actually do that. Maybe to make it a bit harder on myself. Okay, there's a Pokeball over here which has something nice in it. Let's see, more Bellsprouts. I'm kind of low on Leech Life, and since I have a bunch of PP for Supersonic, I'm going to have to go through all of that before I can get to Struggle. This has a Great Ball, which is slightly better than a Pokeball. Not by that much, but it's better, mind you. So, let's run from this thing. And here's a suspicious guy. And he asked if we would like to have this Slowpoke tail for $1 million freaking dollars. No thanks, dude. And if you do try to buy it, which you can't buy because you will never have enough money, he'll just tell you, what? Yeah, well, I thought you'd be loaded or something, go away. And if you talk to this guy, you get the Old Rod. Now, at this point in the game, with the Old Rod, you can pretty much only catch Magikarps. Now, Magikarp does evolve into something fairly awesome at level 20, which is Gyarados. Again, with the tutorial dialogue, you probably already knew that. And Gyarados is pretty awesome, but Magikarp is just a serious pain in the ass to train up until then. Okay. Just making sure I'm all ready for this guy. And this guy is actually a bird keeper. And he's got 3 Pokemon. A Pidgey, which is level 6. Weaker than the Pidgeys in Faulkner's gym. So, yeah, Rock Throw will take care of these things fairly nice. Okay, that's one down. I really hate training at Pokemon this way by switching them out. It is a serious pain in the ass, but it's pretty much the only thing I can do for Keys, because he just doesn't have any good moves. As a matter of fact, in this game, if you plan on using a Crobat, I mean, like, if you're just playing a regular run and you're using a Zubat as a goal for a Crobat long term, I'd really recommend using some TMs on it, because Crobat doesn't really have a very good moveset in this generation. That's kind of the thing about a lot of the Pokemon in the earlier generations. They have really terrible move sets. The best move Crobat gets is Wing Attack. Though you do get a Sludge Bomb TM much later on in the game, and since Poison is physical in this generation, that's actually fairly useful for a Crobat to have. And that was easy enough. Bird Keeper Peter is down. Now, over here is Union Cave. And Union Cave is the cave we have to go through to get to Azalea Town, which contains the next gym. But I think we've done enough for this part, so I'll save the game. And when we come back, we will head through Union Cave. The egg didn't hatch in this episode, unfortunately, but it's not that important. It'll probably hatch in the next episode, because we've already walked around with it for a fairly decent amount of time. So, until then, see ya.